Good morning. My name's Robbie Robertson. I'm the broker and the owner of Carolina Living Real Estate Property Management. And I wanted to mention 5 questions that you should ask any prospective property management company. The first one is, how do they screen tenants? Do they do background checks? Do they do criminal background checks? Do they check credit scores? Do they check the nationwide eviction report? Do they call previous landlords to get rental history? Do they verify employment? Do they talk to them and actually get a feel for the person? That's something that I feel is very important, and I think that's the first question you should ask. All of those things really streamline keeping tenants in there for the full length of the lease. The second question I would ask them is, what is their fee? Most property management companies charge somewhere between 8 and 12%. I believe that all those are pretty fair, just because the property management business can be very difficult. My company charges 8%, but that is a question you should ask and just compare. The third question that I would ask them would be, what is their policy on evictions? Are they up to date on the laws? How long does it take? Just ask them to explain the process and how they go through it. And a follow-up question you should probably ask is, what percentage of their properties actually have to go through that process? The next question that I would ask them would be concerning turnover. And actually, what I mean by turnover is, how do they handle turning tenants over? As far as, do they have all the vendors that are needed to get a place ready to re-rent? Or also, do they discuss with owners what actually needs to be done? And the other thing I will tell you is that, what do they do to prepare for the turnover? In other words, do they actually educate tenants on how to best take care of the property so that your turnover expense is minimal? I know those are already more than 5 questions, but there's always follow-up questions that you need to ask. And the last one that I would think that you need to talk to is, what is their vacancy rate? How long does it take to refill a property? As an example, some people really prefer bigger. Bigger companies have more properties that are vacant at one time. My company being on the smaller side, managing about 100 properties, we typically keep a very, very low count of vacant properties because we're able to service them more quickly, and that is by design. I hope this helps a little bit. I just wanted to give you 5 questions that you can start out with if you're considering hiring a new property manager. The discussions can go in so many different directions, and there are so many different companies that have so many different ideas about how to do this. And I think you should talk to multiple just to get a feel for how they handle it, their experience, and whether or not it matches up with your goals. Again, I'm Robbie Robertson with Carolina Living Real Estate, and I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day.